She turned around to find Gregor standing right behind her. How long had he been there? A flushed heat spread across her cheeks. "Is everything to your liking?" he asked. "It's not the Four Seasons, but it's the nicest place in Moon Bay." "It's perfect, thanks," she said, then just stared at him, a little taken aback. Did he think she was that shallow? That if it wasn't the Four Seasons, it wouldn't be good enough for her? Is that the aura she put out? That's not who she was. Or was it? Along with working on this trip, she apparently had a lot of soul-searching to do. "Well, if you don't need me for anything, I'm gonna unpack and get settled in. Did you want to meet for dinner?" Krista wanted to kick herself. He was her bodyguard, not her date. What was she thinking? Yet she knew the answer. She was thinking about those rock-hard abs that were surely under that black silk dress shirt. She knew she wouldn't be disappointed if she ever got the chance to see him naked. Not that she ever would. But boy, could she imagine it. And even in her imagination, he didn't disappoint. This is exactly what Jessie had warned her about. She could not sleep with her security detail. She needed to remember that mantra. I can't sleep with my bodyguard. I can't sleep with my bodyguard. She'd been there, done that, received the medal, and each time it ended in heartbreak. "There are some things I want to go over with you," he said, completely focused on business. "I think we should just order room service tonight." But she didn't want to be cooped up in her hotel room all night. She just spent hours on a plane and then a couple more stuck in the truck while they made their way to the hotel. Maybe if he settled in, he would change his mind about dinner. "Do you want to go unpack and then come back?" Krista asked. He snatched his duffel bag off the luggage rack and headed into the second bedroom. Krista rushed toward him. She didn't know what to say other than, "What the hell are you doing?" "I'm unpacking." She laughed. "Yeah, I see that. Don't you have your own room?" "Yes, I'm taking the smaller one." "No, I mean your own room, in your own suite." "I can't protect you if I'm in another part of the hotel. We're sharing this suite." "You've got to be kidding me. You can't stay here." He continued into his bedroom, ignoring her protests. "Don't worry, my intentions are strictly professional," he called over his shoulder before closing the door. It took all of Gregor's strength to keep his composure. He didn't think sharing a suite with Krista Wallingford would be a big deal. But then he saw her. She was gorgeous, and the fit of his trousers became tighter every time he looked at her. That never happened to him, ever. So what was it about her that he found so intriguing? He had no idea. But the even bigger question was, how was he going to keep their relationship platonic? Because, damn him if he was wrong, but she seemed interested in him, too. This assignment was going to be harder than he ever expected. He swore after what happened to Catherine, he'd never get involved with a client again. He planned to keep that vow. He'd have to concentrate on the task at hand, and not on the pretty redhead just outside the door, huffing and puffing because they were sharing a suite. To get her out of his mind, if only for a moment, he decided to unpack. He put his carefully folded clothes, along with the socks and underwear, in the dresser drawers, then took his 2 suits out of the garment bag and hung them in the closet. Shoes went on the closet floor, placed in a neat row. He could breathe now. Everything was in its place. He put his toiletries and shaving bag in the bathroom and looked at himself in the mirror. His ice blue eyes were swirling with color as they always did. If Krista had noticed, she hadn't said anything. If she was upset about sharing a suite with him, he couldn't imagine her reaction if she found out he wasn't human. Well, not true. He was half human thanks to his mother, but the other half was all gargoyle. Being a bodyguard was the perfect line of work for someone like him. His species were born to protect. And when it came to his job, he was the best. No one compared.